Hello, I'm going to guide you through my dating site Inclusive Dating. The first question you get is select your preferred language, Dutch, English or German. Then you get to the start page in the language you selected. It says why this site works the way it does. This page also tells you what to do if you want to terminate or deactivate your account. And by clicking a green button, you can see who I am and why I set up this site. After clicking the start button, it gets serious. On the first of these pages, you are asked your email address and the languages that you speak. After all, you have to communicate with your partner, right? By the way, the site checks if everything is alright. If you skip a question, or in this case if you select a language, Dutch, more than once, you can't go to the next page. The next page asks you for your real name, your birth year, the country where you live, because you need to know how far you'll have to travel in order to meet your date, and the type of relationship you want. In this demo I selected friendship and romantic, but not sexual. If someone else selected sexual but not the other two, then we will not be able to see each other's profile. Then comes a page on which you are asked about your assigned gender at birth and how you identify. If these don't match, you're flagged as trans. The reason is, on the page that follows, there is a question about accepting a trans person as your date. And here's the last page with questions. The question about what type of relationship you want determines which questions are asked and which ones are not. In this case, questions about sexual matters are skipped, as you can see. You can put a picture of yourself in your profile, but you can't upload it. Instead, you can enter a URL to your Facebook profile picture, for example, or maybe you own some web space where you can put your picture. The next page shows you everything you entered, so you can check for errors. If you made a mistake somewhere, you can go back to the page with that question and correct it. Most browsers still show what you entered before, so you needn't answer all those questions again. Then the last page. You see a URL that you are advised to keep. That URL sends you right to this page without having to answer all the questions again. This is useful if you want to check for new matches, for example. Please note, you can select the whole line, copy and paste it, but that's not necessary. You can click the button saying click here to copy the URL into the clipboard, copy paste, and then paste it into some text editor so you can store it on your computer. Under this URL you see a button. If you click that button, your mail is opened and a line of PHP programming is in it. You must mail that line to me so I can enter it into the program. And please note, you must mail it from the email address that you entered here. Only mails sent from that address are dealt with. You might say your email address is your password. So if this button doesn't open your email, or if your email is not the address entered on this website, you can manually copy and paste the orange piece of text underneath the button. All you have to do is click send. On the same page you can see all the matches. Some people registered before a question was added. In such a case there is no answer, but instead it says unknown. In this case I selected friendship and romantic. If you select 2 or 3 options, you'll see that some profiles shown mention less than all of your choices. In my case, if the match is friendship only, it's no use trying to start a romantic relationship with that person, it won't work. At the very end you see how many matches there are. If you see someone with whom you'd like to get in contact, use the code under his or her profile. Again, you only have to click the link marked as this address and the code will be in your mail. You only need to click send in your mail program. And that's it. Good luck with finding your date.